Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the elect. So I'm just going to go in on through the Spirit, Ecclesiasticus 36. And just go in on it real quick. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, the Most High of all, and behold us, and send fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee." And this is kind of like as I read this chapter, I just read it. This whole chapter is really just a mindset, right? A mindset of men who are in this truth, the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is how we should be thinking and how we should be. This is almost like a prayer, right? A supplication to the Lord Yahweh. It says, "And lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power." Because that's the spirit we're in. We're ready to get the hell out of Babylon, America, right? We're ready for the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and for him to destroy these heathen nations and to set us back in our rulership, in our power, right? Let's keep reading. "As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us," right? So remember, we're the first fruits. If we're the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're the first fruits. We're the first souls, spirits created. And we should desire the return of Yahweh Shai, and we want Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to visit the earth and get this thing going, because this place vexes us. We're oppressed. Really, even when things go good, this is just really not our rest, right? Even when things go good, it's like a place where we should be ready for the kingdom, man. We should be kingdom minded, and that's all we really want, man. Verse 5, "And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh, the Most High." So see, that's what we want. We're ready for everybody else to know the power that we already know, right? Because we're the first fruits. We're the first spirits created. We're those Elohim, which help with the creation. And we know Yahweh, but there's only a few select of us right now. The rest of the world doesn't know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they don't believe in that. So our prayer, our supplication is like, hey, it's time. Show these people your power. Show these people what we have already, been, our minds have already been open to the idea and to this truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? So we're ready for the rest of these people to get a little taste of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay? Verse 6, "Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy." See, that's the mindset we're in. We're ready for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to take away this adversary who is Esau Edom, and really all the heathen nations, but it always starts out with the wicked, Esau Edom, the so-called white people, who are ruling this world in wickedness, and destroy the enemies, right? These heathen nations, and like we always say, it starts out with Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's the chief enemy. So we're ready for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to take him out. Verse 8, "Make the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite in sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say, there is none other but we." So these are other nations, and again, Esau Edom starts out with him. He's the most arrogant, wicked, heathen nation. But really, all these other heathen nations, they have pride as well. And we're ready for our our people to be established as the superpower on the planet Earth, and for that matter, the whole universe, including all the mansions in the galaxy or galaxies. Right? We're ready for our rulership to come. It says, verse 11, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. Right? So we're ready for our tribes to be gathered, for the elect to be gathered, and the salvation goes to the elect, because we always tell you the 2/3 has to get destroyed along with the heathen. Verse 12, O Yahweh, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel whom thou hast named thy firstborn. We're ready for the mercy. Yahweh Bashem Yahshai is going to have mercy on us by destroying the heathen and the 2/3. He's going to save the elect. Starts out with the prophets, who are the heads of the nation of Israel. And that's what time it is, man. We're ready for this thing to be to come to pass. 13. Oh, be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Sion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Right? Meaning everybody's going to know this truth. Right? Everyone's going to be an oracle. Everyone's going to know the truth. We're going to fill Sion, which is another word for Israel. And everyone will know the truth. Everyone's going to, we're not going to have to be putting out our videos or going to camp. Because why? Because it's going to be in everybody's heart and mind. All right? As it tells you, I think that's in Isaiah. Verse 15, give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. See, so this is it. The prophets give the testimony to who? This is us, the prophets. We hold this testimony. We hold this truth. We hold this knowledge. We hold this faith. So, raise up the prophets that have been in thy name. We're the prophets that are coming in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And we're ready for our glory. We're ready to glorify Yahweh Bashem Yahushai as we have been. And we're ready for this whole thing to just be set back in order. Verse 16, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. You see? Well, that's what we're doing. I'm telling you in this video, hey, let's get this thing started, right? Let's destroy the heathen, destroy the wicked, destroy the adversary. And who's waiting for this to happen? It's only the prophets right now. And let us be found faithful, right? Verse 17, O Yahweh, hear the prayer of thy servants according to the blessing of Aaron over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal power. See, because when it all comes to pass, everyone's going to know who Yahweh is. Everyone's going to know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. There ain't going to be no wondering who's the most powerful God in existence, because there's only one, right? Verse 18, the belly devoureth all meats, yet is one meat better than another. As the palate tasteth diverse kinds of venison, so doth an heart of understanding false speeches. See? So the heart of understanding, the mind who understands, we understand the false speeches. We know when there's a false prophet. Because why? We have this truth dwelling in us, and so we can decipher when there's false doctrines coming out. We have that understanding, which is, Yahweh given. It's not given to everybody, but the elect, the prophets, have that spirit of discernment. Verse 20. A froward heart causeth heaviness, but a man of experience will recompense him. A woman will receive every man, yet is one daughter better than another. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better, right? There's nothing better in this world than to have a beautiful woman by your side, right? And really, the woman we're dealing with right now is Sophia, which is this truth, this understanding. That's the woman that we cleave to, that cleaves to us. It's really this wisdom, right? That's the most beautiful woman. But just like a regular woman, though, if you don't take care of Sophia, if you don't tend to her, give her time, give her, diligence, she'll leave you, right? Pull out a quick precept. One of those precepts that I like to pull out that really it's a quick prayer we always should say every day. I've always felt that way about Psalm 51:11. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me, right? So we never want the Holy Spirit to be taken away from us as, being the hopeful elect. And cast us not away from the presence of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We always want to be in that presence, in that spirit. All right? Ecclesiasticus 36:23. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. And yes, that's twofold, because even if you get a wife, a real woman, yeah, she can be your rest. That's what she's supposed to be, your rest. She's not supposed to be somebody who stresses you out, who puts her husband in depression, because she wants to act like a bitch or whatever it is. But the same thing with twofold with this truth. The Sophia, this is what gives us rest, right? The Sophia, the wisdom, that's why the scriptures always also referred to as the comforter. Why? Because it gives us rest. We're able to have peace and comfort with this wisdom and understanding and knowledge. Okay? So metaphor. But again, it says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. So really, we possess this wisdom and knowledge, but in actuality, these women, they're actually a possession. When you get a wife, that's your possession. That's why your woman, she's not able to tell you what to do. All right, and if she is ruling over you, then you're in the mindset of the heathen. You're treating your relationship, your marriage, like a heathen if your woman rules over you. Okay? Because she's your possession, not the other way around. Okay? Like if you have a pair, I'll use the other apostle Ricard, his analogy. If you have a pair of Nikes, and you that's your possession, right? You have a pair of Adidas, that's your possession, your shoes, right? If you wear your Nikes out on the weekend, your Adidas can't get mad and say, hey, what about me? Why can't you wear me on the weekend? No, that's your possession. So the same thing with your wife. She's not able to dictate your life, all right? She's a possession. You're not her possession. So like I say, if your wife is ruling over you, and you're handling your relationship as a heathen. Verse 25, where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Right? A man who doesn't have a wife, or even doesn't have this truth, you have no comfort. If you're in twofold, if you don't have a wife, you might be walking around feeling lonely, depressed, sad. With really, the men who are in this truth, this Sophia gives us this wisdom and this knowledge and understanding that we're not in a time of rest. So those of us who don't have wives, and we're in this truth, the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, we actually okay, right? Because you look around, you see the women, the state of our women. They're destroyed mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Esau's destroyed our women, taught them to be like straight up masculine beasts. So really, when you come to a certain point, sometimes you just look at these women like, damn, you really don't even really want a woman in this society because of the way they are, You just may want to pull you some ass here and there, but aside from that, man, these women are just Test it for yourself, man. You don't believe us? Test it for yourself. You see how these women are. Verse 26. Who will trust a thief well appointed that skippeth from city to city? So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth whatsoever the night taketh him? See that? So really, just going into, if you don't have your own foundation, or you don't have, you're just a wanderer, a vagabond. Nobody's gonna trust a man like that. Even me, like right now, I'm over here out of town. I'm stuck I'm at this cafe right now, waiting for my truck to be fixed, right? My work truck, and it's a big ass cafe, and it's not like, and I got in here early as hell. Nobody was in here, and a man just walking around by himself in a strange city. People don't trust that. Even me, I felt kind of awkward. And I thought they might even kick me out of the cafe because I was here so early. But through the Spirit, I'm here doing the lesson.